Refugees are displaced person who has been forced to cross national boundaries, especially from wars. And today, Justin is one of our filmmaking in Kakuma refugee camp and is a founder of Tisha Film Industry. He's our great guest of honor at YBK Online TV.
My name is Justin Mahamba. I'm a Congolese by nationality, and I'm 23 years old, currently living in Kakuma, and also a founder of Tisha Films, and I'm working as a CEO.
How did you came to this place, or what pursued you, or what motivated you to be in the film industry?
I was born with that passion, and I always wanted to go to film school because when I was a child, I watched movies, so I didn't want to watch them, but I wanted also to make them myself. That's why I pursued the passion until where I am right now.
Okay. How far have you gone with the filmmaking, like the film industry?
Well, because it's Tisha Films, we do film. That's the main key of Tisha Films. And also we have artists in different categories. We have musicians. We also have actors. We have a training session for actors. So in that way, we are doing a lot of things. We have events. We used to cover some ceremonies here in Kakuma, like birthdays, weddings. We do even photography. So we are covering things, many things, just that have the field in film industry.
Okay, that's so great. Okay, let's say for example, what are your future plans, and where do you see yourself in 5 years' time to come?
In 5 years' time, I'm seeing Tisha Films a global organization. So because our activities and our aim, our struggle is to make it known worldwide, because we don't want to be based here in Kakuma. We started here and we want to globalize it, not only helping talents here in Kakuma, but also in my home country, Congo, even in Sudan, different countries in Africa. So I wanted to expand it. I wanted to tell African stories through audiovisual images. Right now we've started stories, refugee stories. So I want not only to stop there, but to tell African stories through audiovisual images.
Like, how do you encourage them? How do you tell them that you have those potentials, you have the capabilities?
Yes, I said earlier that passion is the only thing that drives somebody to do something. Even the members in Tisha Films, I have almost 9 members in Tisha Films that are crew. They are working so hard, but I usually tell them that if you want to see Tisha Films somewhere, we need to have the passion, because I said earlier that passion is like a generator, right? Yeah. So if it's a generator, it has to generate in you and also produce some fruits on what we are doing. All Tisha Films members are driven by that passion, because if you are in something and you think it's not your passion, I advise people to drop that thing, because it's wastage of time. But if it's your passion, something you're passionate in, is something you love. Many people are doing things because they are seeing others doing it. Yeah. But if you have the passion, you love that thing, then the passion drives you to pursue. Even if you see barriers, with that passion you break the barriers. Yeah, sure. So the passion will make you go farther and farther. You don't give up when you have a passion.
Actually, you have youth who don't have passion or this interest or the capability in music industry, or let's say film industry. How do they pursue, or what can you tell them? Those who don't do the filmmaking, they don't do music and all those.
Okay, first of all, when I came here in Kakuma, it was like a failure, right? Because being a refugee in a refugee camp, you only see failures. Yeah. But when I came here, because it was my passion, I now started to ask about film industries here. That's when I came to know about YVK. The YVK media. Yeah. Then exactly that one. This one here. Yeah. So I now started following what they do, and I now got to know that they teach film production. Now I started seeing that being a refugee is now promising. I didn't quite, so I decided to join because it was my passion. I didn't have to wait. I joined. I started learning at YVK. It was a hard journey. By the way, from Kakuma 2 to Kakuma 1, it's a tragic daily. I was also dealing with my academic issues. I was in secondary school, so I had to finish. the school staffs, also joining film staff. So it was so hard to balance. I had to make decision. I had to sacrifice a lot of things. But I thank YVK because when I've been there with the 6 months that I've been learning there, I got a lot of things, and also they gave me hope that being a refugee is not the end, and I started pursuing my career here at YVK. Then that's when I got another opportunity that came in. I'm a graduate from ADMI, African Digital Media Institute from Nairobi. Congrats. So you understand. That's a great. So the opportunity calls for opportunities. When I graduated and now came back and started this Tisha Film company that is now running in Kakuma. Sure. We have more than 30 youth that are benefiting from our activities. We have training for actors. We have crews that we even trained. So with the skills that we got from YVK Media, with the skills that we are gaining in the industry, we are also helping more youth in Kakuma. So
that really sounds great. Yeah. We have youth who are living in Kakuma globally, in Kenya also, and also who lives in Congo. What advice will you give them? Like, maybe a general advice to them.
The advice I want to tell you is that maybe you have, like, let me start here in Kakuma.
Yeah.
We have a limitation, we have a barrier. The barrier that we have here in Kakuma is the status of being a refugee.
Yeah.
And people, because some people think being a refugee is being nothing, is doing nothing, is depending on some people, depending on organizations, but they fail to understand that the status of being refugee can also give you another hope of life. Yeah. Like, you use the status to let you down. Don't use the status of being a refugee to let you down, but also use it to provide things for your fellow refugee. You can work for your fellow refugee and being a refugee at the same time. In Kakuma, it's a place of opportunities. So we can use those opportunities to kill the mindset that we have in ourselves, to keep saying that we are refugees, we can't do things. So refugees who are filmmakers, who are musicians, we encourage them to join YVK Media also, to study. The way we did that was how I started my journey. So to join also different film companies so they can grow their careers in that way. And what I can add is that YVK deserves the gratitude because they contributed to the change in my career.
Thank you so much, Justin, for your time. It's been a pleasure. That's so great. Youth Voices of Kakuma, it's a refugee media house helping refugees at the camp through film industries. I'm your reporter, Nyalat Gordon. YVK Online TV. See you in our next program.